Jordan, everybody.
Let me explain. Tonight is my father's birthday. So in honor of him on his birthday, I decided to dress like him. This is how my father dressed when I was growing up. Are you kidding me? Do you have any idea what I went through as a child? Since the day I was born, I never had a chance to be normal coming from the sperm of this. He used to dress like this and drop me off at school every day. Do you have any idea how many times I got my ass kicked by other kids at school because they know my father was retarded? When I was 9 years old, he took me to a Yankee game dressed like this. A Yankee game! They sat us in the handicap section. I was only 9 years old, but I remember like it was yesterday. I was like, Dad, you're not handicapped. He said, shut up, you little prick. These are great seats. That summer, I swore he changed my name to you little prick. He called me. And my two brothers, you little bastard, and wish you were never born. Wish you were never born as the youngest. But it was confusing growing up with a father like this. Confusing. My eyes are up here, guy. It was confusing. Gary, have him out of here. He's giving me some weird looks. My father used to say the most confusing things to me. Like, we lived in Pennsylvania for a while. He used to tell me that he thought more people would vacation in Pittsburgh if they just cleaned up their beaches. He once claimed he killed hundreds of Russian soldiers when he fought against Russia in the Cold War. That joke is funny if you read books. Apparently we got a dumb crowd. And he was a lazy man. My father was so lazy, I have two brothers, a sister, and a dog. We're all named Tommy. When my father was younger, he used to play football. He was actually a pretty big guy. My eyes are up here. You too? My father was younger, he used to play football. He was actually a pretty big guy. And his old football buddies used to have a nickname for him. They like to call him Moose. My brothers and I have a nickname for him. We like to call him Moose Knuckle. These are funny jokes, Wonder Woman. Sinbad's laughing. And my father was cheap. He was so cheap, he once went 20 years without buying a new pair of underwear. Yeah. Looked like someone used his drawers to strain lemons. Real yellow lemons. Like almost orangey yellow. He was so cheap, he used to make his own tampons for my mother. Yeah. My poor mother, the only woman with tampons made out of dry lint and popsicles. We always knew when her cycle was done because her vagina would go off. I love my mother, though. Don't get me wrong, I love my mother. My mother's a sweet little old Italian woman. She came over here from Italy as a little girl. Her name is Carmelina. Isn't that a pretty name? Carmelina. Yeah, her friends call her Karma, for short. I used to get into so many fights when I was younger because I could never understand why total strangers would randomly call her a bitch. Think about it. I'd be like, you don't even know her! Thank you. So I go to my mom and I'm like, Mom, listen, when you first met Dad, how did you find this attractive? She's like, what? You have a nice ass. What do you want from me? Leave me alone. Shut up. A nice ass. Nice ass. It's like an ironing board with a crack in it. been married for 40 years. They are still affectionate today as the day they met. Did you ever see your parents being affectionate? It's not for me. They are so affectionate they have pet names for each other. They do. My mother likes to call my father Cookie Puss. Cookie Puss. That's because his favorite dessert growing up was that caramel ice cream cake. Cookie Puss. My father likes to call my mother Silver Puss. But they're in their late 60s. I'll let you think about that one. They're in their late 60s. They're still having sex with each other. They're still having sex with each other in the late 60s. Don't worry about it. I'm just performing up here. Go ahead. Sex with each other in the late 60s. It's disgusting. It's like a wet noodle fucking a pile of dust. Real slow. I'm just kidding. My parents don't still have sex. They don't. Please, at my father's age, he needs 3 Viagra's just to spell fuck. My father is so old right now he comes fossil fuel. He's so old his scrotum has turned into a bungee cord. He's so old, whenever he goes down on my mother, it gets dehydrated. Whenever I tell that joke, I throw up just a little. My father is so old, he needs a 5-hour energy just to take a shit in the morning. You like that visual, Wonder Woman? You like that one, didn't you? My father is so old, his breath smells worse than Casey Anthony's trunk. Still too soon. When I was 12 years old, I want you to listen to me. The most traumatic thing ever happened to me. And I have a feeling it happened to everyone in this room. I accidentally walked in on my parents having sex. Oh my God. Is that not the most traumatic thing ever to happen to a child? I didn't even know they were home. I opened the bedroom door and I was like, ah! I mean, imagine opening the door and seeing this fucking your mother. Shut the door, you little bastard! I was like, no, Ma, it's me, you little prick. Guys, my name is Tommy Jordan. Thank you very much.
Tommy Jordan, everybody.